sharing. So I will share my screen and we'll start our class. Everyone able to see my screen? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. So, like we are finished for the our scripting part, what is the PT life cycle? We are finished, right? So, what is the PT life cycle? What are the points PT life cycle?
POC, non-functional
Yeah,
requirements.
Okay,
yeah,
POC,
brother.
Like
non-functional
present
recommend,
application.
test plan, test data,
Yeah,
and
Like
workload model, script
data.
recording enhancements, and design scenario, and text
application.
execution, result analysis, reporting and recommendation, and risk and mitigation. So, what is the POC?
Yeah,
What is the POC? What is the proof of concept means? Like we should
it is
understand
application.
the business flow of the application. We should understand the architecture of the application, which tool supposed to we can use, like it is load runner or
Which
JMeter or Neoload,
protocol?
and which
Which
protocol it support.
protocol
It is
is
a
used
web
for
protocol or
application?
any other protocol it support. And based on that, we can record the simple business scenario and report to the client. That is the POC. So non-functional requirements we can gather from whom? Client. So what are the non-functional recommend? Critical business transactions, average response time, peak hours, off peak hours, which pages mostly users access. Apart from this, OS level threshold statistics like CPU, memory utilization, heap utilization. So those will be, if it is a client to know, then that all non-functional recommend will be client will be provided. Sometimes it is a new project, client also doesn't know. So in but application is production. And one more thing, client doesn't know anything application, application not in production. And client doesn't know anything application, application not in production, there is no comp data. So anyone can answer for these three? Already we are completed class and same to I shared in the material also, it will be there, these points. Anyone look? See if it is class not there means you guys can prepare well how much syllabus we are completed, right? Up to that you need to perfect. Otherwise, no use. You are daily attending classes and coming and going. That is not good. This is not a time pass class, right? Because everyone we are came from goal as a job goal. So this is not time for time pass. So you need to keep more hours and spend more hours and how much syllabus we are completed. Up to that, you are a good for the subject. Then only you will easily do for the job. Okay. So tomorrow onwards, I will ask for the interview question also. I will, with the name, I will ask. So I want to ask for the Srikant, you can tell me, miss, you need to Srikant, you can ask. I want to ask for the Arun, miss, you can give Arun answer. So tomorrow onwards, I will ask for these all points. Okay, please carefully. What is performance testing, different tools in market, and what are the components in load runner, what are there, and explain load runner architecture and PT life cycle, these all things. So we'll go to the start from the class today. So we need to record the script as a web2 script means we know for the business flow. So like we can start with the recording. Okay. Okay. So starting onwards, we can start with the recording. See, this is the virtual user generator. So virtual user generator means we want to record the script and do for the scripting enhancement purpose. We are using for the virtual user generator. So we can start with the scripting for today onwards. And scripting is completed. We can move to the controller, analyzer, and monitoring tools. And after that is completed, we can move to the JMeter. So now once we can open for the virtual user generator, it will be look like this. This is the recent activity means recent scripts what are we are completed this, And what's new means in this particular release, 2020 release, what are the things will be updated. We are able to see the all things here. And we want to create new script means click on add new script. And after that, so these all will be protocols. Already I told, right? Protocols will be web-based protocol and web services protocol, and some different protocols will be there. Now we are doing for the web application, right? So you need to select for the web HTTP HTML protocol, and here we need to give for the script name. So which script we are doing? We are doing for the web tour is the application. In that web tour, we are doing for the what we are doing flight booking, and we need to give for the date of today, we need to give, and 11, sorry, is 08 11 2022. So after that, click on create button. Create button. So after that, we need to record this script means just you can click on record button. So after that, we are need to select for the web browser only, because we are doing for the web application. So that is why you need to select for the web browser only. By default, it is select web browser only. So going to applications, nothing but we have the different type of like applications, nothing but browsers. Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome and Microsoft Edge, and which is you can comfort and you can select for the any one of the application. And after that, URL. So URL nothing but which application you are testing, you need to give for that URL. So after that, when you are recording first time, right, some recording options will be need. So click on recording options, and we can come with the starting recording. In the recording, we can see the HTML based and URL based will be there. We'll discuss when we are coming from the recording options. Every option time, we'll discuss what is the difference and why we can record HTML mode and URL mode. Actually, you are doing for the when web application means mostly we can do for the HTML based script only. So in the HTML based, we need to keep for these two steps. So one is for the script type contains explicit URL and web URL and web submit data, you need to check. And one more thing, say first option, record within the current script step. When you are set up the HTML based script, you need to set up these two starting time. And after that, come to the advanced, and you need to check for the, actually when you are starting, right, it will be there this and this and this, but this will be no need. Now you can uncheck this generate web ad cookies, and same to the WebSocket traffic, you can uncheck this. And mapping and filter, we are doing for the web application, right, you can select for the socket level only. So after changes is completed, you need to click on the OK button. Then only it is the applicable changes will be applicable. If you not click on OK button, you are, what are the changes you did, right, that will be not applicable. So that is why you need to click on OK button. So after complete for the, so only this is for starting time only. Like when you are doing for the starting, right, the scripting, you can set up this recording options. And after that, we can click on start record button and click on OK. Then what will happen? Which browser I selected? Internet Explorer I selected. Automatically, the Internet Explorer will be open. You can observe. See Internet Explorer automatically. So you can observe. So again, we'll recording. See, when you record, right, it will come for the like this recording events. So events is going means your script will be recording. So now its launch is completed. Next transaction, what we are doing?
Login.
Login. So we need to give for the transaction name also important. Why we are giving transaction names means we want to measure the particular transaction response time. We need to give for the start times, start and end transaction. You can observe this is the inset start transaction. What you are doing, we are doing login, right? You can give it as a start transaction login and click on OK. And now you can perform the login like Jojo and Bean is the default password, and click on login button. And after that login is completed, you need to end the transaction. Insert end transaction. You need to end means you can click on this and click on login. Okay. So now see, you can observe events is recording means your script will be good. If it is events will be stuck means you are unable to recording the script. So now what is the transaction next we need to do? Click on flight. You can enter this and enter for the click on flights and click on OK and click for the flights button. Okay, until you should wait for the this page will be loaded. Then only you can close the transaction is a click on flight. Okay, then you can end the transaction, click on flight. Now next transaction what we are doing for the find flight. So you what is the transaction name? Find flight. You can enter for the start transaction name is a find flight, and you can perform like you can select for the departure city and arrival city and number of passenger if you want, otherwise seating preference if you want windows, and this type of seat will be business. You can select business or first. Okay, and click on continue. So you can observe this is also find flight only. That is why I'm not ending for the this transaction. Otherwise, you are giving for this particular transaction name will be different. You can end this transaction also. Now what we are doing, we are selecting flight, right? You can give it as a transaction name. Select flight and click on OK. And you can select for the any one of the flight and click on OK. Now next transaction, what we are doing, payment details. Before doing for the start transaction, you need to end the transaction is select flight, and now you can click on for the payment details and enter for the payment details. Okay, and after that city, you can enter for the city Hyderabad and credit card number and expire date of the credit card and click on continue. See, it is a payment is completed. You need to end the transaction is payment. Next, what is the transaction? Sign off. You can give it as a sign off. Click on OK and click on sign off. See, now enter business flow is record is completed. You need to end the transaction is sign off. Then you want to stop recording. So because what is our business flow? To book the flight and come out from the application is our business flow. So we recorded successfully. Then we need to stop recording. This is the stop recording button. Just click on start recording button. So everything we done manual only. Automatically the code will be generated using our tool. See, so code is generating. So when you are record right, it will be recording report. We are able to see the record report, and you can observe 127.0. is our host name. Our host name nothing but our like URL or domain. This is the maybe it will be check this also. It will be apart from 127. You have these things will be there. You need to uncheck because this is the no need. Microsoft.com is not our URL. So this code also it is generated in the action part. Okay, so but I don't want that part means you can uncheck this. You can uncheck this and click on regenerate. Then what will happen means the code will be removed and only our URL data only it will be present. Now you can go to the action part. Everything is recording in the action part. Go to the action part and we are able to see the all transactions and everything is recorded. You can observe last start transaction login is started, and after that login, this is the login details like we are entered Jojo you been, and after that ended here means login is ended here, and after that it is started from the click on flight transaction, and click on flight is started and click on flight is ended here. Ended here, and so you can observe LR end transaction, click on flight, and after that LR start transaction, find flight started, and reservation details like we are selected departure city, arrival city, and return date, number of passengers, and seat preference, seat type we are selected. So that everything is recorded, and next transaction we are selected select flight. So this is the flight we are selected 5:32 flight. So that is the flight, and after that payment details. You can observe we are given for the KPHB Hyderabad and credit card number, expire date, and final will be sign off. So everything is recorded or not? So the code, everything is recorded. So after script recording is completed, we need to start our scripting enhancements. So scripting enhancements, one of the enhancement is the parameterization. So what is the parameterization? Nothing but what are the values you are entering through keyboard, those values you should do the parameterization. So what are the values you are entering through keyboard? So you can observe in the this is the launch page web URL section. You are able to enter anything?
No.
Nothing we are entered. And after that login, you can observe you are entered any value. This user section you are entered.
No.
Username,
Yes.
Yes,
password.
entered.
Yes,
Enter.
username, password you are entered. Means these values through keyboard you are entered. Means you need to do for the username, password also parameterization. And as same to the come to here and next transaction web URL also we are unable to see the anything value, we are not enter any value. And come to here and next transaction will be next. This is the reservation. You can observe departure you are enter or you are selected.
Select.
We are selected. Means you are not entered. Departure date we are entering.
Entered.
Means we need to do for the parameterization. Eru means we are Eru city means we are doing for the like selecting city. You are not entering.
Yes.
And after that number of passengers we are entering. And the
Yes.
seat type we are selecting.
Yes.
And the seat preferences we are selecting. Means here only we are observed departure date and return date and passengers only we are entered. So means here we need to do for these three also parameterization. So next thing, come to the next transaction. So outbound flight value. So you are entered this value. This flight you are
Yes.
entered or you are selected.
Selected.
Selected only.
Selected only. So that is why we no need to do for the parameterization. Number of passengers will be we need to do for the
Enter.
parameterization because we are entering. And seat type, seat preferences we are selecting.
Yes.
And going to next transaction payment details. You can observe first name, last name, address 1, address 2, passenger details, credit card, expire date. These all details we are entering through keyboard. These all values you need to do for the parameterization.
Parameterization.
Yes.
So now everything is clear, right? So what are the values you need to do for the parameterization is nothing but what are the values you are entering through keyboard. So those values you should do the parameterization.
Bro, parameterization ఎందుకు చేయాలి bro?
Yeah, I will coming to that point. See, for example, you are doing here recorded only single user, like Jojo Bean is the only single user, right? But what is our main performance testing main aim? We want to execute with the multiple users. So multiple users means where we can keep the data. So that is point of view. You need to do for the parameterization and you need to keep that data, how much data you want. You want test within 100 means you can keep the 100 username password data. It's clear?
Yes.
So now how to do for the parameterization? First we identify the parameter name. What is the name? Username. What is the username value?
Jojo.
Jojo. So you can select that value. Okay. And after that, click on right button. Okay. You can select that one, click on right button, replace with parameter and click on create new parameter. Once you can click on create new parameter, we are able to see the parameter name. So parameter name nothing but which value you are doing? Jojo. Which value we are doing? Username we are doing. You can observe username we are doing. So you need to give for that same name you can give here because you in this place you are given Kiran or your name or something, anything, your child name or kid name you can give. Someone will be seeing is that is not good. So which value you are doing? We are doing for the username. You can give it as a parameter name also, username. Okay, username. And after that, we can observe we have the parameter types will be there. So parameter types, we have the different type of parameters will be there, like file, date and time, custom, group name, iteration number, load generator number, name, and random number. This all will be there. So mostly we are using for the file and date and time is a very important things for us. So why we are selecting for the file means, see it is this JoJo is a text data or any numeric or any date and time.
Text.
So text means it's a file data. So that is why you need to select for the parameter type will be file. If it is a text or numeric also, we need to select for the file. But maybe it is a date and time, then you need to select for the date and time parameter type. But now it is what is the type? The text means we need to select for the file only.
File.
Okay. So after we enter for the parameter name, select parameter type and click on properties. Now you can observe parameter type only we are selected file, and what is the name you are given? Parameter name, username you are given. But last is the what is there? Dot dat dot is there. Yeah, hello. Someone is raised hand. Why? So now you can observe username dot file. So if anyone asks for the what is the parameterization extension file name means dot dat dot. What is the parameterization extension file?
Dot file.
Dot dat dot file. So after that we want to create table means click on create table and click on OK. And here you can observe edit with notepad will be there, right? You can click on edit with notepad. And now you can enter for the data usernames. So how many usernames you want, you can add it for the usernames. Jojo 2 and Jojo 3 and Jojo 4. So after that you can save this, save data, and you can go to the script. You can observe what are the data entered, all the data is came. And by name, what is the name we are doing? Parameter name, what ours? Username. You can select by name, username, and close it and click on OK and always see username parameterization is completed. Username parameterization is completed. So we can do for the parameterization like this. So next value, what value we need to do parameterization?
Password.
So same way we can do. We need to select for the parameter name and click on replace with parameter. Click on create new parameter. And which value we are doing?
Password.
So you can give it as a name password only. And this is the file type or date and type?
File type.
File type, because it's a text, right? It's a file type. So we need to already it is a file only, it's selected, no need to select again. Then click on properties. Now you can observe password. What is dot dat dot extension file? What is the dot? Then click on create table and click on OK. And now we need to click on edit with notepad and enter for the password. How many data you want? You can enter for the password. Bean1, bean2, and bean3, and bean4. And you can save this one. Save it. And go to the there. You can observe what is the data you are given. Password, all data is came. Yes.
Yes.
By name, we can select for the which parameter name? Password.
Password.
So which value you are doing, that is the by name you need to select. Okay. And close it and click on OK and always no. See, username, password also parameterization is completed. So now we'll execute one time. Okay. So when you are executing, right, in runtime settings is there. In runtime settings, you can go to the runtime settings. Here logs will be there. Every time will be extend logs and parameter substitution will be need. So in the runtime settings and logs, in the extend logs, we need to We need to set the parameter
Parameter.
substitution. And after that, you can save. And now you can go to the action part and now just execute. Just we are done for parameterization, right? It will be correct or not, and it is captured or not. We want to check means you need to execute, and it is the values is picking or not. You need to observe. See, it is the execution is completed. Script will be passed. Now we can come to the everything we need to observe in the output window. So this is the output window we need to observe. So maybe you are unable to find that output window. You can go to the view and you can see the output. You can click on that. It will be displayed that one. Okay. So after execution, right, you can come here and you can observe transaction login is started, and you can observe parameter substitution. Username is equal to what value is picked?
Jojo.
Password bean. So you are done for the parameterization. That is why it is showing here. If you're not done, you are able to see here in output, nothing we can see because we are done for the parameterization. That is why you are seeing for the Jojo B. So maybe you want to, what are the values you have done for me? So you can click on parameters. You are able to see the username and password. So you can observe which value is picked first. Jojo is picked first one, and it is second is first one. Bean is picked.
Yes.
Okay, but you want for the second 2 times you can execute it. Which value it is picking you want, means we can come to the runtime settings. In the run logic, you can give for the how many times you want. You can give for the, for example, I want for the 3 iterations, means 3 users I am executing this script. So 3 times I given, and click on save it and execute. Now you can observe 3 times it is executing our scenario, means 3 times logging, 3 times flight booking and logout, everything is 3 times happen.
Only one person, sir?
No, 3 different persons.
Okay.
So main we are doing for the performance testing is multiple user point of view. So now you can observe here everything we need to observe only in output window. You can observe starting iteration 1 means first user. This started first user. First user which value is picked? Jojo Bean.
Jojo.
Means username first column and password also first column only is picked. So that is first iteration. And come down and you can observe ending iteration 1 means up to here logout is completed for the first user, and second user started here. And you can observe here which value is picked? Jojo 1, Bean 1 is picked. Same value is picked or different?
Different.
So real time how it is happening? So your credentials, you can log in. My credential, I am logging. Same way we need to do means that is why we need to do for the parameterization. So now you can keep for the how much data you want, you can keep for in this file. Go to the parameters and click on edit with notepad. And if you want for the 100 data, 1000 data, 2000 data, or how much data you want, you can copy and paste it here. Got it, everyone?
Sir, ఒక డౌట్ సార్.
Yes, please.
ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళ యూజర్స్ పాస్వర్డ్ చాలా మంది, ఇప్పుడు 1000 మెంబర్స్ యూజర్స్ ఉన్నారు అనుకోండి, వాళ్ళ పాస్వర్డ్ మనకి తెలియదు కదా, అవి ఎట్లా ఎంటర్ చేస్తారు నోట్ప్యాడ్ లో?
that is also our job only, because so scripting you are doing means everything is your job. So we have to, like, say for example, I have only username password now. Okay, for example, we need for the 100 users or 50 users. Okay, then how to we can do means we can go to the our okay, so application you can go. What is our application? Web tour, right? You can log in web tour application. Sorry, this is, so this is the web tour application. See, you can observe here sign up now is there.
Yes.
You can click on sign up now. You want to for the how much user data you need to enter for the username password and click on confirm, and you are create for the data like this. Okay, then this data you can use from the parameter file. For example, here you are giving for the Arun is creating username Arun, and password you are giving for the some Arun 1 2 3 4. So once you can create this data, you can keep this data into our parameter file. You can go to here and click on here, and you can enter for the already you are created. Then you can give it as a Arun 123. This is a password, and you can save this. So like this, you can prepare the data. So it is a manual. It is creating for the 100 user data. It's very difficult, right?
Yes.
So that is point of view. Same way, we can record the script, and using our script only we need to prepare test data. So that is also we have the class. Okay.
సార్ ఇప్పుడు ఒకటి వచ్చింది అదే సార్ ఇప్పుడు మనం 1000 మెంబర్స్ పెట్టినాం అనుకో సార్ అక్కడ మనం ఇక్కడ 3 పెట్టినాం కదా అప్పుడు అక్కడ 3 దగ్గర 1000 పెట్టినప్పుడు మనకి పాస్వర్డ్ అవన్నీ మనకు వస్తుందా డైరెక్ట్ డేటా?
యా, ఆల్ డేటా ఇట్ విల్ కమ్.
ఓకే ఓకే. అప్పుడు మొత్తం మాన్యువల్ గా ఎంటర్ చేయాల్సిందేనా మనం?
మాన్యువల్ అవసరం, నో నీడ్ మాన్యువల్లీ. సో you can record this. See, we are able to recording the script, right? So this sign up scenario also you need to record the script.
Okay.
And you can execute for the how much data you want. You want for the 100 data, you can execute for the 100 user data 100 times. Then 100 username password will be created.
Okay.
So okay. So we can do for the parameterization like this. I did for the username password, and remaining we have right like what are the details will be there, date and time will be there, and date and time you can no need to do for today. Tomorrow I will do for the class, and I will explain for date and time. But meanwhile you can do for the number of passengers and first name, last name, and address 1, address 2, passenger 1, credit card, and these all details you can do for the parameterization. So what are the values you are entered keyword, those all values you can do for the parameterization like this. I am giving for the assignment for today. Everyone record the web2 script and do for the parameterization. How I did, we also do it. And as same to what is the parameterization, up to that I will ask interview questions. So everyone is clear, or anyone any doubt?
Sir, hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, అక్కడ స్క్రిప్ట్ నేమ్ రాశారు కదా స్టార్టింగ్ లో. స్క్రిప్ట్ నేమ్.
Yeah. Web flight booking. Yeah. So this is the why we are giving, right? This is the application name. This is the scenario name, and this is the date. So this is the
sir.
As a professional, we need to prepare like this.
సరే, అక్కడ వెబ్ టూర్ కాకుండా వేరే ఇన్ కేస్ ఫేస్బుక్ ఉందనుకో, మనం స్టార్టింగ్ లో వెబ్ టూర్ ప్లేస్ లో ఫేస్బుక్ అని చేశారు.
Yeah, Facebook, and you are doing for the upload video or download video or chatting. What is your scenario? Based on that, you can update.
ఫైల్ నేమ్ చాలా పెద్దగా అయిపోతాయి సార్ అన్నప్పుడు.
No problem.
వెబ్ టూర్ కాడ ఫ్లైట్ బుకింగ్ కూడా.
So file name is big or not, that is not important. So if someone will see, he able to understand. Okay, he did for the web tour application is flight booking and this date. That is our aim.
ఓకే. సేమ్ అట్లనే ఫేస్బుక్ లో లాగిన్ అవన్నీ చేస్తారని.
Yes.
ఓకే.
Okay. So anyone any doubts regarding, and we can go to close.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for joining.